Hey teachers, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about today was some basic maintenance for your class and making sure that it's nice and clean for the students. So if I go to the student view right now, you're going to see over on the left hand side that they can see a lot of buttons. I really think, and we've really had a lot of evidence that getting rid of a lot of these buttons really helps the student experience. So I'm going to leave this right now and we're going to go and show you how to highlight just the critical buttons, and the students can still get around the course really well, but it just takes off some of the clutter for them. So we're going to edit the navigation. And we're going to leave announcements, but we can actually take off assignments because each assignment will be in the modules. So they don't need it. They don't need Newsela. They don't need Connected. You generally don't use Google Drive very much, or new analytics. Please keep in mind that all of these will be available for you to see. So you will still be able to get to all of these things because you've built it into your pages. So you really don't need it there. You don't need it cluttering up the sides. So what's good to leave for the students to see is the home button, the announcements, and grades. So don't forget to save that after you're done. And then you can go to the home for students to see. And you can see that the eyeball is crossed out of all of these, meaning the student can't see it, but you still can. You can still get in and look at your quizzes. You can still do all that, but it's not as confusing for the students. So I'm going to show you that in student view now. If I go into student view, here the student has their home and grades. You can see that announcements haven't shown up, but that's because you as the teacher haven't made an announcement yet. So to make an announcement to your students, you're just going to hit announcements and you're going to hit a plus announcement and just say, hey guys, or let's call it Wiper Blade Week. Hi students, get ready for blades. And then you're going to sign your name and then go and hit save. Now your students will have this assignment there, and when you go to your home and you can see in student view, your students will now have home, announcements, and grades. Okay. For an announcement, if it's really important and you want it at the top of your page, you can click on the announcement when you're making it, and you can actually, oh, I'm in the student view. I need to get out of the student view. But you can edit it. You can allow liking, but I think I'm hitting the wrong things. You can pin it to the top. You can pin it to the top of your course. And I'm forgetting where, so I will get back on that one. But at any rate, that's how you make an announcement. And then you are going to, you cleaned up the left-hand side, you made an announcement. Oh, I want to show you how to clean up your gradebook. So go into assignments. If you are going to have quizzes and you're going to have, I'm going to delete this whole group. Okay. if you are going to have different types of weightings, grade weightings, and you want discussion boards worth a certain amount and you want tests worth a different amount, say you want discussion boards as one of your categories, and say you want tests as one of your grading categories, and you want I don't know if EF grade is something you guys will use. Let's assume no EF grade, and let's assume that you want the last one assignments, which you already have. So what you can do then is move your tests down into your testing category, and then you can move discussion boards here, and it'll put it in these different weighting categories. Now to weight your categories, you go into assignment group weight, and if you click to weight the final categories, let's make assignments worth 35%, discussion boards are 15%, and tests are a whopping 50%. It's a test heavy class. I don't think an elective should be, but that's up to you however you have it built. So now you have this percentage here. If you don't add up to 100, I have found that it prorates everything. So, and it'll do that without really prompting you. It'll just prorate you if your math is off. Okay, so then you're going to go, if you have an imported items group down below that came in because of the import that I did, you can delete those off. You go to the 3 dots on the side and you can delete the whole category. Be careful how you do that. You can also just make it not visible. So be sure that you want to delete it. You can also delete off individual assignments by clicking on them, right-clicking on the 3 dots and hitting delete. There's no save button here after you've pulled it, and then you go home. You'll notice that even though you broke these up in different categories, it didn't affect your view here at all for the students. And when you go into like the assignment, well, I'll go back to a different one. I'll go to the tests. When I went to this discussion board, I originally just put it in assignments. I didn't put it in discussion boards because I didn't have that created yet to show you. So here it just said this assignment was going to go in the assignment group. Well, since I moved it to discussion boards, it's now moved over here as well. So I'm just going to cancel this. I don't have anything new to save and go to my home button. So that's the basics about how you can clean up this view over here and how you can categorize your assignments and weight them for different values.